welcome back to the CGU Learning Center. With the new year literally right around the corner, I thought I would show you one of the things Journey Master Mike and I do at the beginning of each year to kind of help keep us organized and figure out what we want to do this year. So we have a whiteboard, and we literally redo this every year. We put a whole bunch of things on it that I'm going to show you in detail in just a minute. But it's things like adventures we want to have, we have exercise, to-do lists, yearly goals, we have reading lists, all kinds of things like that. And it's just, it helps us to put everything in writing to try to figure out or to keep us organized for what we want to try to do in the upcoming year. And of course, none of this is set in stone. Obviously, it's on a dry erase board. So we can add and we can subtract and we can change things as the year changes for things we might not have anticipated. So let's get a closer look and I'll walk you through a whiteboard. One of the things Mike and I do together is we have an adventure board. We do this every year and we put up things that we want to do throughout the year. As you can see with this past year, when the pandemic hit, we didn't get to do a whole lot. But I'll show you the things that we did have on there and the things we were able to do. Our adventure board for 2020. Again, as you can see, we didn't get to do much. We only got to do 3 things. But this is what was on it. Spend a day at Owl's Head, which is a antique car and transportation museum in Owl's Head, Maine. We did get to do that. Day trip, which we did do. And a day trip for us is when we go and we're just out for a ride and go someplace for the entire day. And this year that trip happened to take us to Fort Knox and the Penobscot Observatory in Prospect, Maine. Day in Canada, again, didn't happen pandemic. Spend day at OOB. OOB is short for Old Orchard Beach, which isn't that far from us. Again, we didn't get a chance to do that. The Abilities Expo in New Jersey got canceled. Same thing with BCTC, which is the Bangor Comic and Toy Convention. We did get to meet Kevin Smith. He came to Maine in February for the Jay and Silent Bob Roadshow Reboot Roadshow. And we had tickets to meet him, so we got to meet him, which was really cool. Again, because of the pandemic, we didn't get to have our birthday bashes. Brad Williams was playing in Massachusetts. Again, weren't able to see him. Free comic book day at the Secret Stash, which is Kevin Smith's comic book shop. We were going to do it the weekend of the Abilities Expo New Jersey. And we like to go to car shows each year, but again, because of the pandemic, pretty much everything got canceled. I mean, there's a few things that we put on that we do every year, like the day at Owl's Head, the day trip, spend a day at Old Orchard Beach. Those are our constants in the car show that we put on every year. But new year, which means new adventures list. So we're going to figure out our adventures for 2021, and I'll show you what that list looks like when we're done. So as I said before, this is our whiteboard. Journey Master Mike and I redo it every year because, you know, things change and we reorganize it as to how it works best for us. So as I was talking about earlier, we have an adventures board. And again, considering how 2020 has been, we didn't put a whole lot up there. So adventures we want to do this year is we want to go back to the Owl's Head Transportation Museum. Again, something we do every year. We always make sure to put a day trip up there. Tour de fries is a little bit different. So Journey Master Mike really likes French fries. And we keep saying that we want to go to all the places we like to get French fries and rate them. So we're calling that the Tour de Fries. Weekend movie marathon, and hopefully we get to go to a car show this year. Now we also have, because we both said we need to exercise more, Journey Master Mike has gotten a little bit of a head start, and I need to start, but I'm going to need your help with that, which you will see in a separate video. Things I want to do, my yearly goals, which is I want to grow CGU some more, I want to make sure I stay in touch with friends and family, and I want to add more balance to my life. And that's a huge thing, because it can be either take more time for myself, do more housework, spend more time with the cats. It's a whole bunch of things. We also have a reading list, because Journey Master Mike and I like to read together. So these are books that we want to read. We have household stuff. So I've got my chore list. Mike has his chores. The stuff in green is stuff that we both do, so as long it's whoever gets the chance to do it. We have a big household projects list that we want to get done. Things like add a shelf into our bookshelf, organize our DVDs, all kinds of things like that. And yeah, we have a key because down here, under appointments and things we need to do, usually we organize it by different colors so that at first glance we know what it's for. There's Journey Master Mike's work schedule, and Journey Master Mike's to-do list and his yearly goals that he wants to accomplish. And we've got kind of a miscellaneous section. So that is our whiteboard, and that's the thing that we do each year. So that's our whiteboard, and again, this is what we do to help us stay organized and kind of keep track of what we want to accomplish in the upcoming year. So let me ask you some questions. Do you prefer to have New Year's resolutions? Do you prefer to have goals? Or do you like the idea of setting up adventures that you want to try and accomplish throughout the year? Again, with the way 2020 has been, nobody saw any of this coming, so each year it's kind of fluid and you don't know what to expect. So, here's hoping 2021 is a little bit better. Here's hoping that you get what you need in 2021. And from us here at CGU, we wish you a very happy new year. We'll see you in the new year.
Oh.